Hello everyone. So I have struggled a lot with failing to recognize my own work that I've put into so many projects, so many things throughout so many years, and especially like this year. Like whenever you usually look back, recognize what you've done, be grateful, be proud of yourself, love what you do. I just always fail to do it. It's so hard for me to just look back, especially in my artistic journey. I just never look back. I just keep on creating, I just go, 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 and I never really sit down, relax, chill, and think about it. So I need to do that more. And whenever I do it, whenever I really chill the hell down, all the best ideas and the best work always can manifest after slowing down and going inward and reflecting on what you have achieved, what is it that you want to really manifest and gain for yourself in the future, and so on and so forth. So I made a whole list of things that I achieved this year, and I think that it helped me realize that the list just kept going. I just wanted to let you know that what can work for you, if you don't like all the cheesy, templates or whatever, but they just never appeal to me. Like all these, I don't know what they're called, when you cross out things which you've done this year, like all these goals and massive things that people talk about. Just no, it demotivates me to look back at what I have done. So I never really follow any prompts when I'm reflecting back. I never really follow any prompts when I plan ahead, or when I dream about my future, when I really fantasize both things, when I plan my things. I never follow any prompts or set up templates of how things should happen or how they should feel for me to know that they're happening, if you know what I mean. Just make bullet points. A list of things that you have achieved this year. Really think about it. Or not achieved. Stop. Just stop with the word achieved. Let's not say that. Let's say the things that happened to you. Things that just happened, okay? And I have some things on here that I was writing down with the intention. Oh, my bad, my phone's dying. Some things on here were written down, first and foremost with the intention of this is my achievement. But then it slowly in my head turned to, this happened to me. I don't really look at it in a very positive way, but it was more like a lesson. But at first I was like, let's write down all my achievements. And then I realized that's an achievement to be looking at it from both sides, with the learning perspective and also that, yeah, it happened because you worked hard. That's true as well. For example, one thing on my list is that what happened to me this year is that I released a song on Spotify, and I have a lot of music and a lot of songs, a lot of covers and also some original ones, all over the internet, on SoundCloud mostly on Instagram, and some on TikTok, and also on YouTube here. But I never posted anything on Spotify, and I collaborated with one person and I released a song. And I do not really advertise it that much anymore, but that's something I did this year, and I tried swimming in the Spotify waters. That was nice, but being truthful, being honest, not hiding anything, that was not really entirely my thing. I was not entirely happy with the whole project, but that's all right. I learned, I grew, I realized what I will not do anymore, and that's why I never really advertised it that much that I'm on Spotify, because there will be a day when I will put on something that feels 100% truthful to my heart out there on Spotify, and that day will come, and hopefully next year. But yeah, I have a lot of other things that I did this year, but this video is not about me. I just wanted to share some ideas that you might do next year that might make you feel a lot better when you end the year and you feel like another year has passed, nothing really happened, everything is shit. Write it in a list. And whatever the amount of things you write, whether they're good or bad that happened to you, you see that like you'll just keep going. You'll just keep writing. And especially what can also help if you look back at your phone's gallery, like your photos or whatever screenshots, videos, whatever you took this year. If you didn't, that's fine. And I also recommend you, maybe if you're not very, very lazy and if you're not if you're not into this, that's fine, but like I didn't know I was into this, but I got gifted on my birthday, which was on March 1st this year. I got gifted the astrology diary. And it's like a diary with astrological transits and stuff happening every single day. It's like a calendar. And when I started writing it on March, I kept writing a few bullet points of things that happened to me that day for the rest of the year. All of this is filled, every page a little bit, like at least one thing that happened that day. Whatever happened. It's good, it's bad, it's shit, it's amazing, it's exciting, it's depressing, whatever happened, I wrote it down. Whether it's a feeling, a physical object, a person, whatever I felt like writing down about that day, I wrote it down in a sentence or in just one word. No rules here, absolutely no. When I scroll through this and I look back, you have no idea how much insight you can suck up from the information that you just snorted it in from whatever I wrote down there in April. It feels like it was at least 5 years ago. Like for me, this year was so full of like all the colors of the spectrum. I went through a lot of happiness and excitement, and the other half of the year, the second half of the year, was a different type of excitement and happiness, but also very heavy sadness and frustration and anxiety. So the whole spectrum I went through this year. It was a very colorful year, and I lived like 3 different lives, at least 5 different lives this year. I was doing so much. I was doing so much, I was failing to recognize how much I'm doing and how much I have become and will become. But also one thing I wanted to mention, make a vision board. I know I just said like the classy mood boards, vision boards, if they don't work on you, that's fine, but I never do that, and I did it for this year. Like a year ago I did it on like the last days of the year, and I did 2. One was not really a vision board, it was something else. It was not the vision board for the year, but I created a vision board and I put it on my desktop. It put it on my laptop's desktop, so it's there, and it's called 2024 Vision Board, or just Visions, or 2024, whatever you want to call it, whatever. And each picture symbolizes something that you kind of wish you could achieve, or you wish you would have. And then you just put it, you keep it on your desktop. You can even make it your wallpaper, or on your phone wallpaper. That would work as well. But I made a collage of things, and oh my god. When you look back and you realize, like I want to cry right now, because all of them happened. Well, most of them. Some of them happened in their own unique ways, not exactly like in the picture, of course. But I have 9 photos on there, and each photo represented some part of what I was dreaming of doing, at least for a minute in that year. Every single thing came alive. And the craziest part is that even the other vision board that was not really for the year, but it was like a practice thing with just cool photos I put together, that was not even meant to be a vision board, but some of the things in the other collage came true as well. I think half of them. So I cannot stress it enough how important it is to know what you want and tell it to yourself that you can do it, and if you want it, then you need to have those reminders. Looking back, but at the same time looking forward, stepping into something new. These are two very interconnected things, but also very, very separate and exclusive to each other. When you go inward, you go quiet, you go silent, and you reflect, rearrange yourself, reprocess, just remember all that you are and what you've done. That process is very vulnerable and inert, but when you sort that out, only then you can truly, really dream and plan ahead from the right place in you, because you can't move forward. You can't really dream from the right chamber of your heart, from the right side of your, from the correct and from the right, from the most truest side of your spirit and the part of your soul, from the truest place in your gut. You cannot plan forward with the truest version of yourself in your mind, because it will be something that you're dragging along, something that you're feeling hurt of, something that's still like pressuring you to just like, if your bags feel heavy, if you're pressured in life, if something in your life feels heavy, like something's holding you back, then let me tell you one thing: those are not your bags. That's not your baggage that you're holding, because your baggage shouldn't be heavy. Because if it's heavy, then it's someone else's. And as soon as you understand that, you let go of all the unnecessary stuff, and you just start living your life. You just start being you. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a single shit. Just do whatever you want. No one's perfect. I've been through a lot of darkness this year, like never before. Like never before in my life. But without it, I wouldn't be here speaking to you. So celebrate your own new year. Make your own traditions. And I'm all for inventing new ways how to live your life. Not because it's the 31st of December and now in this very second a new life begins. I actually contemplated on not celebrating the new year at all this year. I was planning to be alone, far away from everybody, in silence, but that's not really going to be possible. My plans change very quickly. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. It's been a very long video already. Bye.